Hi everyone. In the last video we have seen the designing of the script. In that we have created pages and we have created the windows and we have attached the windows to the pages and we have arranged the windows in the page according to the position. In this video we will discuss little bit in detail about printing of the script with some data using a driver program. Scripts cannot be executed by its own. We need a program to run the script. Now, before going to that, first we will see how we can add the text to the window, or how we can place a variables inside the window. First, we will display a heading and some sample signature in the script. So here, first select this window, double click on it, then it will get selected. You can see the selected ones are marked in blue. Then click down text elements. Every window has a text element, means where we can add the text to the window. By clicking on the text element, it will be opening the editor. So I've added some sample text here. Generally there'll be two kinds of editors. One is word editor and another one is standard script editor. So if you want to go to the standard script editor, and I will prefer you to work on standard text editor. Why? Because it gives you a detailed explanation and good understanding of how we can manage the paragraph formats and character formats and other things. So by clicking on go to and text editor, change the editor, we have come to the standard text editor. Here if you see, the first column is format. Generally this format represents what kind of paragraph format or what is your expression in that line. So star represents the default paragraph format. So this default paragraph format we will be assigning and basic settings of the scripts, as you observe in last video. We will be configuring the first page and default paragraph format in the basic settings of the script. I'll show you again once again. So and also here we can see what are all the paragraph formats that we have created inside the script. Here we have created only P1 and we have assigned that as a default, so the star and P1 works similar. Next, space is a continuous text, in the sense if you want to display multiple lines but in the output you want it to be as a paragraph, then we will be choosing space. This will display like a same line in the output. if you come back again, if you want to see how the text is actually arranged, then click on it, the text element, and go to change editor. Okay, here it's coming the same line because the length of the line is small. Okay, we will discuss about this in the future. So let's continue with our simple example. I thought of explaining each format, but let's actually proceed to the basic one, then we can see further. Now I am adding signature, and by default I have added some text here. This is my signature, this is the text that I have added, so I'm just simply showing it. This is how it actually looks. Now save and activate. If you want to see how the windows are arranged or aligned in the output page format, we can check it from here. Click on page layout. Give the default output device. We can give local. This will be default for any system. Click on print preview, which this will give us how the windows are actually aligned in the page. If you see here, the first one is the header window, next one is main, and this is signature. So there are 3 windows. So this will help us how actually our alignment is. And also we can do the print testing. Click on print preview. This will give us how the data is getting displayed in the page. Why you might have a doubt, like you might have this question in mind that you told that without a driver program you cannot display a script. So this is the testing tool the SAP has provided in script level to check how the data is getting displayed. Here you observe only the hard-coded texts are coming. If we assign any variables here, no value will be displayed, because we hard-coded some text in the windows that is getting displayed here. Okay, that's good. Let's create a simple driver program to run the scripts. Go to SE38 and give my test script. You can give any name. Click on create. My first test script. Choose executable. Click on local object. Now in the driver program, how we will use the script. SAP has provided a few function modules to call the script inside the program. So there are actually 5 function modules: open form, start form, write form, end form, close form. Here the hierarchy will be like this. Open form will open the connection to keep the data in the output, in the page output. This start form and end form are optional. Generally, this start form and end form will be used if we want to combine different pages or different forms into the single output. At that time we will be using start form and end form. So just to remember this, there are 5 forms. So open form, start form, write form, end form and close form. Mainly we will be using open form, write form and close form. Start form and end form are used to call different forms and to place the different forms output in a single output as a PDF, which means we can attach the different forms output into this single document as a single document. This also we can see in future. So we will use open form, write form and close form. So let's start our coding. I'm simply taking an event, start a selection, and we will call this open form. Click on pattern, open form. Here in exporting parameter we need to pass the form name. What is ZTest script 1? ZTest script 1, and language by default it will be passing, and dialog it's also default. Let's keep it the same and open the exceptions. Please remember, it is very important and mandatory to open the exceptions. Otherwise, if any exceptions are raised, the program will go to the dump. Just keep a note of this. It's very important in any program, not only for scripts. In any function module, if any exceptions are there, please please uncomment those exceptions, okay? And let's simply call it using, I just opened it and I want to close it. So for closing, it's not necessary to pass any parameters. Simply open the exceptions, uncomment the exceptions. So let us execute the simple program and see what output will come. I'm executing this. So as you have seen, there is a pop-up which is calling this script form, and it didn't display anything. Why? Because we did not call any windows here. We simply open the connection and we simply close the connection of the spool. Now let us call the windows. To call the windows, we have a function module write form. So with this we can actually call individual window. We have head and type is not necessary and element is not necessary. I'll tell you about element in future because this is very important when we are dealing with displaying of the data. Now let us execute. As you can see, the output here, the simple heading has come, and there is a signature. Now here you might get a doubt that, see, you didn't call the signature, but why the data is coming? Just remember, the hard-coded text of the scripts will be displayed by default by calling any window. Means if we have a 10 windows and we have some hard-coded text in the windows, even though you call a single window from the program, in the script all the hard-coded text and all the windows within all windows will be displayed. Then you might have a question, then I don't want like that. I whichever the element, whichever the window I have called, only that data need to be displayed. I don't want others windows data to be displayed. Then the concept of elements will enter. It's very important to understand the elements. So let us change our existing script by using elements. We will use the elements inside the windows and see how actually it works. So I'm going into this text element. Do not confuse, this is the text element and this is actually a text editor. You can actually think, and text elements are different from the elements. So let me insert one line. Oh, sorry, let's go back. So I am keeping my text here and I want to place this inside one element. For this we need to choose /e. This is a text element. Give some name, any name is fine. I am giving HE1. Just simply remove and format if you add any extra spaces. Now go back and I want to add text element in signature also. So simply go there, go to the change editor, and give the element here /e. You can give anything, that's fine. I am giving this is signature just for identification. I'm giving SE1. Click back, save, activate, it's must, do not forget this. Now let us call the same program again, and I'm not passing anything. See, nothing has displayed, it's empty output. Why? The reason is I call the window, but in that window there is no text are separately mentioned, in the sense all the text are under the elements. So we need to mention the element name here. I think it's HE1. Let's save, activate, execute. There you see. Let's go down and see signature. No, signature has not come because I didn't call the signature window. Let me call the signature window. I'm simply copying it because it's the same function model it's gonna call, and I'm giving the window name as SIG. This name I will get it from the script, and I've given the element name. Let's execute. There we got. Right. So hope you understand the concepts of element, and these elements will help you a lot when you are working with the real-time objects. Now we have simply displayed hard-coded text in the scripts. Let us give some extra dose to this program. Now we will display some variable data in the script. Let me give some parameters simply. P underscore matnr type matnr, so it's only simple material number I'm taking, and I want to display this material inside the main window. So what we need to do, go to the script, click on main window, click on text elements, and it is very easy to add or to pass the data from report to the script. Actually, we don't need to pass any value. Whatever the variables we have declared in the script, in the driver program, will automatically available in the script. It's very easy, no confusing, and easy to control. I'm simply giving the matner and save, activate. Let's go to the program and give some material number, anything, it's fine. For testing purpose, I'm giving test 1. Click on execute. Click on execute. Nothing has come in the main because I forgot to call the main window. So I'm simply copying the same thing. It's not compulsory to copy it. You can call it again using pattern, that's fine. I'm giving main, activate, execute, test, execute. See, oh my god, why test 1 is repeated twice? I don't know the reason, but this is how it actually behaves. If the element, if the text in the main window or any value variable in the main window is not assigned to the element, then it will print twice. I don't know the logic behind that, but it'll actually print twice. So let's go and add element and keep this material number under the element. This might be a interview question that you need to remember if any person want to test your script skills. Generally many people will not observe this, so I just want to tell you how actually it behaves if we didn't keep the text or variables under the element. Let's save and activate, and in the program let's set the element as me1, open it, activate, execute. Give something, anything here, fine, because we are not doing any validations. See, the output has come. So it's a simple basic program to display any variable inside the script. Generally, in our real-time scenarios, it'll be like getting the data from some tables. And the thing that you need to remember here is the when before you calling this window, if you used any variables inside the window, those variables need to be filled with the data. Means it's actually like we will get data before the window and we will call the window. So then the data will be flown from report to the script. It doesn't make any sense. If we call the window, then the data will be displayed. If you are filling these variables after the window, that doesn't work because it might print the empty values, or if you didn't clear it, it might print the previous values which will be there in the variable or the work area, something. That's how it actually works. So let us add some more detail and little bit logic here. I want to get some material data and I want to display it here. So for that, I want to modify a little bit this program, so because I want to take multiple materials. So let's go and see, or else let's keep it for understanding and define the one work area type Mara. So here I am select single star from Mara into work area Mara, where Matner equals to p underscore Matner. Now I want to display the material details like material number, material unit of measurement, and material group kind of thing in the script. So first what I'm doing, I'm simply passing this material to this select statement and I'm getting the material details. Then I'll be using this details w Mara details in the main window. So I want to add few more variables here along with material. It will take little bit time. Why? Because it is loading this word editor. That's why I don't like it. So fine, let us add the variables. So I forgot to mention here, the variables need to be mentioned between ampersand and ampersand. So otherwise it will consider it as a text, plain text, hard-coded text. If you are mentioning anything between ampersand and ampersand, and it will treat it as a variable which contains a value. So it will display the value inside the variable. So now I am displaying here, first is Matner, I am material group, MATKL, material type, percent work area underscore, MTART, sorry, Mara, MTART. So I just added these two, save, activate. So go to the program, I didn't change anything because I already got the values into the work area Mara. So I'm simply calling it, but before that I need to find one material. Let's select it from F4 help. Oh my god, it's taking a little more time. I don't know, might be system is slow. If yes, let's see. Okay, so for better understanding, I'll just correlate this script with a classical report, because in the classical report what we'll be doing, we will get the data and display in the output using write statements. Think that scripts are also similar thing, except we won't be displaying on the SAP ECC screen. We'll be displaying on the form. All the logic is absolutely same. Even if you observe the control is also same. If you see here, see this is the first 23 is a material number, 107 is a material group, ROH is a material type. So this is how it actually works. So why I told to correlate the script driver program with the normal classical report is, if we observe, if we want to print these details in the screen, what we will be doing, simply we will write select statement, then we will write if size of bus equals to 0, then write work area Mara Matner work area Mara MATKL work area Mara MTLT. And if you observe our thing, what additional steps we are doing, we are simply opening the connection, then think that these are write statements. This write statement is to print the heading, this write statement is to print the content, and this write statement is to print the signature. So that if you correlate like this, it will be very easy, because everything is same when if we compare it with the classical report. If you want to display internal table data, what we are going to do, let's take that also. So I want to take data IT underscore Mara type table of Mara. I want to simply select 10 records from the Mara table into table IT underscore Mara. Let's up to 10 rows. I don't want to take this material as input. Now see, if you observe here in our report, if I want to print the heading as my heading, and I want down to that I want to display the items, below that I want to display signature. So to display the items, how we'll be writing in example, loop at IT underscore Mara into work area underscore Mara, and I'll be using the write statement work area Mara Matner work area Mara MTKL work area Mara MTART. This is how I'll be displaying in the report. Same thing is here. Simply loop the write function module, which is calling your main window and the element. I'm simply commenting here. Let us see how it actually works. I'm executing. By default I'm selecting 10 items from Mara table and execute. See, it actually works perfectly similar to the classical report, except the output will be in the pages. Why the material number has not come? Because in the main window I have mentioned P underscore Matner, not work area Mara Matner. That's why only two values are coming. The first value is not displayed because it is empty. Let's go change editor. I want to change it here to work area Mara Matner. Go activate and go to the program, click back, simply execute. Yes, see, ME5001 is a material, then 101 is a material type, FERT is a material type, 101 is material group and FERT is material type. See, all the data is displayed. This is how it actually works. Hope this gives you a basic and little bit detailed concept of how to print the data inside the script. And for your suggestions, for your practices, I'll tell you what are the things that you will need to be practiced. Now we simply display it, and there is no arrangement, there is no alignment, sorry, here. It's simply displaying material number, material type and material group. I want it to be aligned in the as a table format, in the sense, forget about lines and other things. At least it should be displayed in three different columns. Okay, that is a concept. I'll help you in how to do it. So let's do one thing, create one more paragraph format, create give the similar name, so not similar name, give the name which by that you can understand what paragraph format it actually represents. Table. See, if you see here in the paragraph formats, we have different buttons here, font, tabs and online outline. So for arranging the data in as a table or with some meaningful spaces, so here we'll be using tabs. In the tab, we need to give the position from where it has to start, means first tab, where from which position it has to start. Let's give some basic like for example, I want to start this from 5. Select this positions, you can select cm or mm. So think that I am selecting first value, material number, I wanted to display it from 1 centimeter in the page layout, and alignment is left. And second element, think that after maternal, let's consider this. So first material number length is 18 characters, so let's reserve 18 spaces for material. Then the second is material group, from which portion it has to start. So let's give 5 centimeters. Think that 5 centimeters is enough to print the material, so the second element will print from after the 5 centimeters. The next one I am giving 3 centimeters for material group and left, and after 5 centimeters material type will be displayed. Save, go to the page windows, go to the main, and what we need to do to get the tabs. So in the text editor, first thing that what we need to do is change the paragraph format. So here we choose star, which means default paragraph format is P1. So I am changing it to TC, and the tabs, whatever the positions you have given, is identified by the system by double comma. So this double comma is the first tab position what we have given there, means first double comma represents so at which positions the control has to go. So first we mentioned 5 centimeters, so it will leave 5 centimeters in the printing, and this control will go to this 5 cent after the 5 centimeter position. It means it'll point to the 5 centimeter position. So how it actually displays, first it will display Mara, even though it is a thing that the material number is of 1 centimeter length, the control will take us to the 5th centimeter position. Then it will display material group, then it will take us to the it's 3 centimeter I think, yeah, it's 3 centimeter, it will take to 3 centimeter. Then material type will be displayed from 5th centimeter. You will get better idea once we run it. I'm not selecting anything. See, first ME5001. So this is a material number. Afterwards it's left 3 centimeters here. After 3 centimeters material group is started. If you observe all the material types which is started in the same position except main bearing. Why the main bearing material group is shifted right? Because the material number length is exceeded than 3 centimeters. So material group cannot be start from 3 centimeters, so the system shifted this position right, so that the main bearing material number value should not be replaced. This is how it works. If you get any issue in the alignment, think that you have placed in the right positions, but some values are moving right, so you need to understand that whatever the point, whatever the position you have mentioned, that space is not enough to print the previous data, previous element. Means main bearing is not fitting in 3 centimeters. That's why system is moved material group little bit forward to fit the material number. And other material numbers, if you see, they actually fitted before 3 centimeters. So material group is placed from 3 centimeter position. And material type, if you observe here, all are working fine except this main bearing, because material group is shifted right, so material type also shifted right, because it cannot be started from the 5th centimeter. Hope this will give you idea of how to arrange the tabs in the script. Practice once or twice, you will get a better idea. Handle multiple columns, so you'll get clear idea on how to handle the tabs. The next one is character formats. So character format, suppose in the sense you have a text, you want to make something, some characters within the line as a bold or something, then create the character format, click on sorry it's actually considered C1 also, but we don't want that C1. Fine, click on font, click on bold. These are two buttons we have, standard and bold. Means you can actually do protected, hidden, superscript and subscript. Superscripts are the one like you for using the squares or something. Subscripts are the one to use sub bases. So let's simply do this. So I want to, in the header, I want to add this character bold format for single word. So I'm going to this change editor, because here you will get better idea how SAP is actually handling it. So our character format is B1. So open this and close B1. You can actually do this. Now the symbol will be marked as a bold. Activate. Go to the program. See, if you observe the symbol, it is actually in the bold. So this is how the character formats will work. And you can explore this scripts a little bit further. Means character formats, to print this barcode, you can select the barcode type, so that whatever the within this barcode character type, whatever the values you're keeping, that will be converted automatically to this barcode type. It will be displayed as a barcode. And what are the other things that I suggest you to practice is create different pages, call this pages different times, and practice different examples here. So I consider, see, if you see here, I have created 2 pages, and in the 2 pages I have added the windows, page windows. So let me delete this signature window so that you can understand the difference between first and second page and how actually SAP displays it. Activate. How you actually control from first page, when the page is exceeded, it has to go to the second page. So here is the option. In next page you need to give page 2, so that once the main window is filled, completed, then it will call the next page which is assigned in the next page, else it will call the same page. So let us cover that also in this video. So 10 materials is not enough to exceed a full or first page. So let me take 100. Execute. If you see here, number of pages created on the top, print preview LOCL page 001 of 003 means it's first page of 3 pages. So this is the first page. In the first page, what are the windows we have? We have heading window and main window and signature window. Okay, it didn't call signature because the main window is not completed yet. You understand? Because the main window still continues, so the control has not gone to the right form of signature window. If you want to get it, what we need to do, if you, suppose if you like, you want to get some value in all the pages even though it called or not, then you need to remove the element, text element inside the window, so that it will be displayed in all the pages. So in second page this is called, in third page it's called, but signature is not there. Why signature is not there? Because in the second page we have removed the signature window. If suppose I am keeping this thing as same, let us see how actually it behaves. First page, second page, third page. See, third page. Okay, this is how it works. Okay, thank you for watching. Keep posting me and comment it if you have any doubts. Thank you very much.